Have you heard us say, surely you have, because we say it all the time, that one who's in alignment with who you are is more powerful than millions who are not. One who's connected to the stream is more powerful than millions who are not. One who's in the vortex is more powerful, more attractively powerful than millions who are not. In other words, you just have to experience the leverage of alignment. So today we're explaining to you that the reason that power, that clarity, that point of attraction comes on so strong and so clearly is that when you line up with that core grid, when you line up with the well-being that you were born with, when you line up with the vortex version of you, when you line up with the energy of the source within you and all that you've been asking for, when you line up with that, heaven and earth and all things in between begin moving in the direction of that which you are. In other words, your grid starts filling in. And people that don't understand vibration, people that don't understand attention and focus, people who don't understand that you've been doing vortex work and grid work, people who are watching from the outside would call you the lucky one. How come you always get that parking place right in front of the door? Why do people always treat you so well? Why do things always go so well for you? Why do you barely define that you want something and things start moving? Why do the good ideas come to you? Why do the great song lyrics come to you? Why do the great paintings flow through your fingertips? Why do the scientific equations occur to you and not to that one and that one who works far longer and far harder and stays up all night more often? How come you seem lazy to me, they'll say. You don't seem like you're working that hard. You don't seem like you're suffering at all. You don't seem like you're paying the price. You don't seem like you have earned it. You do not feel to me as if you deserve it, and yet all good things come to you. Why is that, they want to know. But your answer will fall on deaf ears, because you cannot give them the answer they seek, because they still believe that it's hard work and struggle. They still believe that it's paying a price. They do not understand that it's about alignment with the core goodness that you were born with, that will always be there for you, you see. And that's what we wish for you. When we talk about the art of allowing, we're talking about you finally figuring out a way to get your attention off of the things that are troubling and on the things that aren't. And in the beginning, that means there's going to be a lot of quiet time, because a lot of your grids are activated because you've been fussing over that and fussing over that and fussing over that and fussing over that and fussing over that. You got to stop fussing and start focusing on something really general. It was your plan to be so presently focused in the variety that surrounds you that the variety would inspire you to clarity of desire. And it was your intention to guide your attention appreciatively upon the new ideas that were born within you continually, in order to allow the full point of view from the full source within you to be present in your moment with you. Not just an occasional peak moment, but a constant peak moment of blending and alignment. You use words like clarity. Do you know what clarity is? Clarity is source thinking with you and you knowing the thought of source. That's clarity. Do you know what humor is? It's you enjoying the spontaneousness of the moment and source enjoying it with you, and you being so on the wavelength of it that the depth and breadth of this insight is so significant that the wholeness of who you are is having the moment in time. You know how when you feel rhythm to music, it's not just you in your rhythmic dance. It's you allowing that broader perspective to dance and revel in the deliciousness of this moment in time. You are source energy in physical bodies. And it was your intention when you came forth to allow a fullness of that source energy to be peaked and focused in most of your moments, not just occasionally when you were so tired that you had to sleep, or when you had managed to accomplish something that made you finally focus with some sort of appreciation upon yourself. Life is supposed to be really fun for you. Fun and clear and expansive and exciting and interesting. That's what your plan was when you came. And that's what many of you are discovering as you are moving through your day-to-day experiences. So we're eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. It is our absolute knowing that as this day unfolds, that it will once again be co-creating at its best. A powerful thing that we want you to remember is that deliberate creation is about deliberate focus. And deliberate focus is about deliberate point of attraction. And deliberate point of attraction is about deliberate rendezvous with all peoples, places, things, events, thoughts, circumstances, all things that you want. You'll rendezvous with them. If you can put creation, deliberate creation, into the picture of law of attraction, orchestrating the details that causes, facilitates, because you're causing it with your vibration, that facilitates the coming together of the constantly moving vibrational parts. So you will therefore care more about how you feel, because how you feel is your indication of how well you're rendezvousing with the parts that you want to rendezvous with. The better you feel, the more in alignment for those rendezvous you are. So as we talk about you moving around, do you like that feeling? Moving around, you're at work, you're at home, you're on the road, you're in your car, you're in restaurants, you're in stores, you are in nature, you're in bed, you're moving around your world. And as you're moving around your world, you have a point of attraction that is radiating, emanating, and key to the rendezvous that are happening to you all day, every day. And your point of attraction is about your focus. So just for a little while, we want you to focus on the emotional stance. Because if you focus upon how you feel, what you want and why you want it, which is what I want and how I will feel when I get it, you will deliberately begin generating, emitting a vibrational signal, which we are calling your vibrational grid. It's your point of attraction. Now, your point of attraction has a lot of things going on in it. Usually, you got a grid about money, you got a grid about lovers, you got a grid about your mother, you got a grid about your mother, you got a grid about your mother, you got a grid about your mother. You've got a grid about your government. In other words, you have, in this grid, you have all kinds of things going on. And most of your grid, we love you very much, is because of what you believe. And what you believe is because of what you've observed. But we want to remind you that you can believe other than what you've observed, and then what you will observe will contour to what you believe. That's the thing most people don't get. Most people think that they believe it because they see it, and we're wanting you to understand that because you're seeing it, you've come to believe it, but it doesn't have to be that way, because there are plenty of things that you believe that others don't believe, and there are plenty of things that others don't believe that you do believe, and your beliefs are only about what's active in your vibration, and therefore what is coming to you. We want you to start basing your beliefs just for a little while. Try it for a week. It will change everything. We want you to base your beliefs on your emotional grid. We want you to come to believe that you can feel the way you choose to feel regardless of what's surrounding you. Because when you show yourself that, then you have control of everything that matters to you. Then you've got control of your point of attraction. You don't have control of others' points of attraction, but they weren't any of your business anyway. You have control over your point of attraction. And when you have control over your point of attraction, then you can live happily ever after. Not just someday, now. How are you happy? How are you happy? How are you happy? Do you know that if you can find 17 seconds of a thought about something general, like an emotion, that's enough to get that grid active enough that it will bring something else to it right now. And that something else that it will bring to it right now is usually another thought that keeps it going longer. And if you can keep it going for another 17 seconds, that's enough to bring something to it. And it's usually another thought that will keep it going longer. And if you can keep that going for 17, until you have 68 seconds of non-diluted, general, pure, emotional thought, you've accomplished a grid that will bring you visible evidence. Someone will walk into your space with evidence. Something will come as evidence that you have accomplished a point of attraction that is strong enough that the rendezvousing process has already begun. All kinds of things will begin happening to you. And because you have deliberately worked on your grid, now as these things come, you will not just see them as random, freakish coincidences. A coincidence is a rendezvousing of vibrational latitude. That's what a coincidence is. It's a cooperative, communicative incident. Coincidence is the best word we know that is talking about rendezvousing, which is caused by law of attraction. But you thought it was random. And for most, it is random because you're not thinking deliberately. You're creating by default. But when you start deliberately, 17 seconds, not much to ask of yourself, is it? 17 seconds, it feels pretty good. And then another, and then another, and then another. Most of our human friends still don't really believe that because they think the circumstances that are surrounding them dictate how they feel. Because most humans are observers of their environment and offers of a vibration that is equal to the environment that they are observing. And that's what makes you feel like you need to control your environment. Can't do it. That's what makes you feel like you need to or want to control your environment. Can't do it. But that's why you keep trying to control your environment. Can't do that. Can't do it. Can't do it. Give it up. 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 Can't do it. You cannot control your environment. And when you stop trying to control your environment, then you have awareness of those emotional signals that let you know what you're doing with your thoughts. But as long as you're still believing that if I could control that environment and make it better, and then I would have a much better relationship with the experience, because if my children were behaving better, or if the government would... We can't even decide which phrase to choose. There are a lot of them that you have been offering. Then I would feel better. Then I would feel better. If that condition would resolve itself, then my observation of it would go so much better for me. And therefore, I think that you need to do something about the way I feel. And the thing that's so tricky about that is that no one is working too hard to control the conditions so that you can feel better, because it's not their job to do it. So where does that leave you? There are all kinds of things that you're looking around at that don't please you. What do? Put your head in the sand? You'd feel better. But we're not really advocating a complete withdrawal from life that annoys you. What we are encouraging is a new determination to focus and a joyful discovery that you can, first of all, focus, and next, that you can focus in ways that feel good, and next, that when you do, all kinds of resources join you, and the resources that join you are the joyful resources that you've been looking for in the improvement of the conditions that you can't control all along. There, we're done. Now you know everything that's important to know, so just go figure out how to make it work in your life. Because words don't teach, do they? It's only life experience that gives you your understanding. And sometimes we are fortunate enough that we can hit on some words that are meaningful because you've just lived something that makes what we're saying brighten for you, or what you've just lived brighten for you. And that's the advantage of coming together in these collective forums where we can chew together. There's a huge advantage in you all being here on this planet together, interacting with one another and providing for each other relationships with each other and relationships with the environment that you are co-creating together. It's really the best of all worlds. We've enjoyed this interaction more than words can say. There is great love here.